What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. So, Team AJ have come out and aired out Oleksandr Usyk. They want the smoke. AJ say he back. Team AJ say he back. Team AJ say he really with the SHITS's. He stay with them. Anyway, here we go. AJ's trainer Ben Davidson has stated that he believes his team can guide AJ to victory in an Oleksandr Usyk trilogy fight. We'd love to put the Usyk fight right for him. Sorry, I tell a lie. First time I read this, I read it different. I read, we'd love to put the Usyk fight right to him. That's what I thought it said. Essentially, that's what they should be saying. Yeah, they should be saying, listen, you see what, listen, my name Ben Davidson. I'm Team Southpaw Slayer. Oops. You see what we did to that big lanky dude? Big lanky corny looking ass dude. Wallin. Bumming. Yeah, Otto Bumming. Bumto. Whoever he was, corny ass, fake Southpaw dude. You see what we did to him? He lunge. Yeah? How much does Otto Wallin weigh? How much does Otto Wallin weigh? What, 260? Come on, people. Yeah, AJ's a big man. AJ's a big man. He's got a whole bunch of friends. But even, let's break it down. Even if you have 20 men around you, yeah? How long would it take you to eat 260 pounds or 240 pounds of meat? That's a week's worth, right? Well, the fight was only, 4 days ago. So like I said, they've been eating on Wallin. AJ whole team's Christmas feast, right? Where's he from? I don't know. Was one of them on Sweden or some of them? 100%. Swedish game, that was. Team AJ caught some 240 pound of Swedish game. And they've been eating that. Christmas, Boxing Day, Christmas Eve. I'm hearing it. Even probably going to have a little taste of him on New Year's as well. Stretch it out. Anyway, the point is, that's the narrative. Let's cut all this chit-chat now. That's what I'm fixing to hear. I've been fixing to hear this. I ain't trying to hear no more about we'd love to put it right. No putting it right. Yeah? Putting it right in the right way, come back, in my opinion. We put it on him. Yeah? He caught, if I was spinning this, I'd say, listen, he caught me sleeping, he caught me lacking. Catching someone lacking, enter, for example. I don't know. If you look at like the mafia or whatever, most of their MOs was catching people lacking, right? I don't know, you're at a restaurant with your family, next thing you know, you get clipped. You ain't even know anything about it. One of them Rick Ross ones. You ain't even know. I put Molly all in her champagne. She ain't even know it. I took her home and enjoyed that. You see that one's there. That's what most of them ones was catching. But catching someone lacking ain't really like... Anyone can be caught, right? Anyone can be caught. That's how I'll be spinning it. Yeah, Usyk caught me sleeping. I'm awake now. I've been woke. I've been woken up. Yeah? Ben Davidson woke me up. Ain't no more sleeping. Fair play to Usyk. Did he catch my big 240 pound ass sleeping? He did. But we woke now. Oops. That's how I want to be hearing. I want to hear that there's something changed here. About putting it right. Putting it right is okay, isn't it? It's not bad. Oh, we'd love to put the Usyk fight right for him. Okay. Sell it to me. You know what I'm saying? Not we'd like to. We've been about to put it right. You understand? Why do you think we wanted a southpaw for? Yeah? Why did you think we wanted a big 240 pound Usyk southpaw for? Yeah. We've been thinking about Usyk. Do you understand? He been on our mind. Anyway, Ben Davidson said, I said to him when he first came to us, I'm very confident we could help him do that. Scrap all that, man. Scrap all that. Fair play. Fair play, Ben. Hands in the air. I'm not a liar. I'm not a backtracker. Well, I'll backtrack, but I'll backtrack based on information. Did I think Ben Davidson was going to be good for AJ? Absolutely not. I thought AJ was going to stink the place out. Fair play to Ben Davidson. Fair play to him. He did something I didn't think he'd do, so fair play. Give me his flowers. But now, for me, he's proven... So, let's not forget, AJ's had a whole bunch of trainers. He's had... Who is it? Robert Garcia. He had the Texas guy. He had... Who else did he have? Angel. A few different dudes. None of them... All of them, man, in fact, produced the same results. AJ was missing. It's a fact. We have not seen AJ that fluid for 10 years, 5 years, something like that. One of them ones. So is it a chance? Is it by chance? Or we come in the ring? Is it? I don't know. You tell me. Now I do have to put in there a caveat. Some people are saying The reason AJ looked so fluid was because he knew Otto Wallin. He'd sparred with Otto Wallin many times, and hence he knew he had his number. Now, I do have to admit, the way Wallin was looking, Wallin fought like a man who knew he was lunch. You know what I'm saying? He knew. It's a bit like when you see some of them sad videos of them hunters. Some of these weird hunting man, they go to Africa and they hunt these weak, unfed, half-captured lions. And the lion knows I'm lunch. The lion's not even really a lion anymore. The lion's just, he's been finished, right? Do you understand? Go back, I mean, they're sad to watch. Fair enough, yeah. For me, I rate someone. If you're out there in the jungle, yeah, in the wild jungle, and you've got a spear in your hand, if you're able to take out a lion with a spear or anything else, or even a bow and arrow for what it's worth, if you're prepared to go head to head with a lion with a bow and arrow or a spear, fair play to you, mate. I'd actually respect that. Any man out there, yeah, who has gone head to head with a lion with a spear and has it on their wall, it's hard to knock that, isn't it, really? But a lot of these corny man, they go there and these weak lions sit there. They post up like 50 metres away with some sort of rifle, and they take it out and then they celebrate. It's like, oh, that's icky. But anyway, the point I'm making is, Otto Wallin looked like one of them lions. Yeah, he knew he was lunch. He just knew it. So I'm not sure what it is. Is it a case of AJ went in there and he felt the power, he felt the whatever it was, he felt the change in AJ and didn't want nothing, or is it a case of AJ been whooping dude's ass in sparring? So it was more of a what's it called? It's more of a formality. Who knows? Ultimately, we will know in the next fight, I believe. If we see AJ, because let's not forget, it's not really about the quality of opponent here that I'm looking for. I don't really care who AJ fights next. I'm more interested in to see, can he double down on that kind of passion and, what would you call it? He was creative. He was almost in the flow state, I'd say, in that last fight. He looked like a fighter in that last fight. He looked like he had purpose in that last fight, something I haven't seen for years. No one can tell me they watched the Pulev fight and say AJ had purpose in that fight. No one can tell me they watched the Franklin fight and say he had purpose in that fight. I saw purpose for the first time in X amount of years. So, them competitors I've mentioned, who is it? He fought Franklin, Hellenius. Even Hellenius, he didn't have it. Yeah, he knocked him out, but listen to the commentary and listen to me. No one was impressed with what we were seeing in there. AJ wasn't in flow state with Hellenius. He stumbled upon a KO. So, the point is, Franklin, Hellenius, all them guys ain't that great. And still he didn't look great, right? So I want to see him in there with any of them ones, any middle level guy, and show he can double down with the Wallin thing. Better yet, I mean, if the Wilder fight happens in March, great. I'd like to see him double down on what we saw in the Wallin fight. But I actually think this for me is a critical time in AJ's career. He's found something back. I actually would prefer, even though Wilder looks a little bit washed up, I don't see the rush for that fight. If I was AJ, I'd say, listen, Wilder, go and get yourself a W somewhere. Maybe go and dig up, maybe go and find out what retirement home Luis Ortiz is in and go and fight him for the 6th time kind of thing, one of them ones. And in the meantime, AJ should fight maybe even a Parker. You've beat him before. Parker's on a good win. Maybe even a Parker. Maybe even a Dubois, for example. Or a Joe Joyce, or Zhang. No, not Zhang. But any of them guys who aren't the top tier. I think Joe Joyce is a hard fight, but Joe's slow, right? AJ's quick. So anyway, yeah. To be honest, maybe even Joe Joyce and Dubois are too high level. I'm trying to think of someone mid-level. I think Joe Parker and Dubois makes sense. I'd watch that. Yeah, for sure. Joe Parker and Dubois. Who is there that's kind of like... Essentially, I'm looking for someone who's like another Franklin, Wallin, Hellenius. You know what? I tell you what I want to watch. AJ versus Jarrell Miller. That's it. That makes the most sense. The story's there. Miller's a heavy bag. But still, AJ will need... Right? Well, why not Miller? Put it that way. Why not Miller? Go in there, get another great W. In my opinion, AJ will stop Miller in 6-7 rounds. That's what I'd like to see him do. That mid-level. Go in there and have another mid-level. And expand. Because that Wallin fight really, it was stopped too early. AJ was just about finding his rhythm. I want to see... Miller, yeah, he's no good, but he's durable. He's big enough and durable enough to take licks. Like I said, he's a big, oversized heavy bag. So go in there and tear that big, oversized heavy bag ass up. That's my advice. Plus, you know it's going to sell. All Jarrell Miller has to say is, yeah, it's my first fight back and whatever. Make some excuse. Oh, I was too focused on AJ and I forgot... Whatever. That's what I'd like to see him do. Anyway, as far as the actual thing goes with AJ and Usyk, again, I've been saying from day one. In fact, I backed AJ from day one. I put coin down on AJ to beat Usyk. Fact, the first time. I still think he can do it. I just do. If AJ goes in there with that passion and that fluidity, he'll beat Usyk. I mean, the second fight, he still wasn't looking right. The first fight and the second fight, he didn't look right. He still was like... I want to see him in there, confident and believing in himself. And if he does that, he beats Usyk. I'm sorry, but for me, in my opinion, we saw the best of Usyk against AJ. Usyk was maxed out. He ain't going to get no better than that, in my opinion. That round 9 that AJ tested Usyk was ready to go in that sense. Fair play to Usyk. Usyk demonstrated bigger heart than AJ. But still, the writing was on the wall. AJ just couldn't get it over the line kind of thing. If he goes in there with that I don't give a F attitude against Usyk, I'm sorry, I back him to win. I just do. I back him to win. Too big, too strong. And I don't... At heavyweight, yeah, Usyk's winning against these guys, but these guys ain't serious, man. Dubois' not serious. He's just not. I want to see Ngannou versus Usyk as well whilst we're at it. And I think we'll actually seal these fights because Ngannou wants to fight people, clearly. He fought Fury off the jump. Usyk wants to fight people. And the Saudis are now there throwing money into the bag. So it's all cushy. Anyway, the great thing is about this outcome is that there's options now. Yeah, AJ's got options. The Usyk fight looks like it has some legs in it again. The Fury fight does. The Wilder fight does. More so, I mean, if Wilder had won, we'd all be licking our chops for that fight, right? Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, and let off the bell 100%, no doubt.